This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, public feedback on the Queenstown Town Centre master plan has begun. We say goodbye to the butterflies for now in a $2.5 million upgrade of Discovery World and the Tropical Forest. And how Dunedin is coping with the current heavy downpour of rain. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. In breaking news, the Dunedin City Council says information centres have been set up at the Mercy Room and Catholic Social Services in South Dunedin. And at the Fire Station Theatre in Mosgiel, the Dunedin City Council has activated the Civil Defence Bunker. The New Zealand Transport Agency is asking people to avoid all travel between Dunsandel and Oamaru. And further north, a state of emergency has been declared in Timaru. Public feedback on the Queenstown Town Centre master plan has begun. A Pecha Kucha night last night, organised by the Queenstown Lakes District Council, presented residents with a range of ideas about what could be included in the plan. And as Mina Amso reports, not all the ideas were from the town's older residents.
Shop owned by the owner by the name of Philip Walderman set fire.
Hundreds of people turned up to a Pecha Kucha night in Queenstown last night to listen to ideas on the proposed Queenstown Town Centre master plan. Each speaker had 20 slides and 20 seconds per slide to put the message across, including 16-year-old Wakatipu High School student Leah Kissick.
And functions and the idea of a community hut.
Kissick spelled out what she believed young people wanted in the town over the next 30 years. She considered youth felt disconnected because they don't have incentive to go into town due to pricey activities and poor transportation options.
I feel like they're just feeling like it doesn't have enough for them, so they don't have enough incentive to go there at current, and not all of them, not a generalisation, but many of them. And I feel like this needs to change if we are to move forward and to progress. Even if the fares are really low for buses, for example, there's still not much to do in town.
She believed there was a need for more electric bikes.
Electric bikes appeal to the young generation because the hills put us off.
A study space other than the public library.
This would be perfect for youths because moving forward into modern learning, we need to collaborate with our peers. And the library cannot accommodate for this because we need to be quiet in the library.
And her message to the young people:
first and foremost, to take pride in their town and to come to town and to feel like going to town shouldn't be so much a chore, it should be a privilege and something that they enjoy.
Other speakers included Downtown Queenstown Director Steve Wild, Sustainable Queenstown Esther Whitehead, and Lakes District Museum Director David Clark, who tracked the town centre's evolution. QLDC is considering a range of options to enhance the town centre, looking ahead to the next 30 years. The feedback period closes on the 4th of August. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Today's heavy rains have affected much of the South Island. In Ashburton, torrential rain swamped paddocks and many roads while wild winds turned seas thunderous. Rain fell this morning at up to 20 millimetres an hour, making driving difficult and turning Ashburton streets into hazard zones. Fire crews were called out to help with flooding. Motorists had to dodge flooded roads or drive very slowly. Outside Ashburton, low-lying paddocks filled with water that soon spilled out onto nearby roads. Water was across roads at Lake Hood, across Beach Road between Ashburton and the sea, and it filled driveways in Tynwald. Fierce winds had raised by late morning, but the rain continued to fall. Butterflies at Otago Museum are being left to die in a $2.5 million upgrade of Discovery World and the Tropical Forest. The museum says no new butterflies will be released during construction, and those in the forest will be left to live out their natural lives. Birds and tarantulas will remain in an animal-friendly construction zone.
Otago Museum will be a mostly butterfly-free zone for the next 4 months. Discovery World and the Tropical Forest are closed to the public for refurbishment until December, and no more butterflies will be released until then.
We've been open for about 10 years now, so the forest is kind of ready for us to breathe some new life into the space, and it's also going to be a chance for us to just give everything a really good clean and care for.
Butterflies live for between 2 weeks to 12 months. The refurbishment will focus on cleaning and rebuilding mostly behind the scenes areas, as well as installing new interactive science exhibits. Otago Museum Living Environments communicator Eden Gray says the birds and tarantulas will be protected and remain in their natural environment throughout construction.
It shouldn't take us that long because on average our deliveries of butterflies contain up to about 1,000 live pupae, so it won't take long for our forest to be full of them again. During our reopening in summer they're going to be flying everywhere.
About 90,000 people visited the space last year. Roselle Lebone, The South Today.
Invercargill police have today made an arrest following an assault in Nith Street on the 29th of June. The person arrested was a 21-year-old male. He will be appearing in an Invercargill District Court on the 25th of July, charged with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. Inquiries into the incident are ongoing. Police would like to thank those members of the public who came forward with information in relation to the assault. In Dunedin, the rainstorm began around 11 a.m, but by mid-afternoon it appeared that the city was coping well. Rudy Adrian has more.
Strong winds and rain had pedestrians running for cover in Dunedin streets today, and those with umbrellas were definitely pleased to have them. With rain forecast to be at 10 to 15 millimetres an hour, it didn't take long for Dunedin North's Leith River to be impressively in flood. In South Dunedin, concern in the light of previous floods saw the DCC proactively supplying sandbags to council flats. The shops along King Edward Street that are vulnerable to flooding were also supplied with sandbags. The DCC said they were watching the situation closely, and Dunedin City Council Civil Defence Controller Sandy Graham said that residents in low-lying areas who feel concerned should make plans to self-evacuate themselves to stay with friends or family who live on higher ground, should it be required later on. Steady rain is forecast to continue through to Saturday. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, severe weather cancels planned power outages, the godfather of the Dunedin music scene has passed on, and school holiday boredom has not been a factor in Invercargill.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Hi, welcome back to Alex Campbell Menswear. Check out our fantastic knitwear selection. 25% off. Possum, merino possum, pure wools, wool mixes. Some of them are even New Zealand made. 25% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Channel 39 brings you a series of 45-minute documentaries looking at the future and the past. Wednesday nights at 7:30, repeating Friday nights at 8:30, only on Channel 39.
Welcome back. Cancellation of planned power outages due to severe weather. A severe weather warning is in place for Dunedin and Central Otago. The extreme weather has caused some planned power outages to be cancelled today and all planned power outages to be cancelled tomorrow. Areas which would have been affected by planned outages tomorrow include Cromwell and South Dunedin. These planned power outages will be rescheduled and electricity retailers will be noticed at least 10 working days in advance. Regular updates will be on their website and Facebook page as the situation develops. A man once called the godfather of Dunedin music scene has passed on. Roy Colbert ran music shop Record Records in Stewart Street during the heyday of what's known as the Dunedin sound. His passing is being felt not only by those closest in his hometown, but also around the world.
As frontman with the Verlaines, Graham Downs was one of the many who knew Roy Colbert and was a frequent visitor to his store Records. Downs says Roy Colbert's passing is being felt across the world.
Expected, but pretty crushing anyway. It's, you know, pretty much a measure of the man's influence on so many people and so much history. It makes you reflect on so much history that's happened that probably in a town this size had no right to happen, really. So it's a really big deal for a lot of people. You know, I've been fielding emails from all around the world today about it. So yeah, it's huge.
He says in recent years, Roy has been essential in helping with the Tally Ho series, and says his skills will be greatly missed, as much as his humility.
Pretty humble guy. I mean, he's great to deal with. I mean, especially with the with the Tally Ho things, and fortunately, you know, he's been around for me to work with him on the second version for in November. You know, so he's invaluable because he's got a really good idea, had a really good idea of what the essence of a good song was, and which ones he thought would work. And you know, we really kind of worked as a team to dream up. You know, he'd say, we think you should do this one, and I go, no, I'm not going to. It's no, this one, yeah. You know, it's very give and take. But you know, I'd go around even until just recently playing orchestrations in progress, and it's just invaluable because you get to, when you're in the room with him, you listen with Roy's ears, not your ears. You know, you get used to things and you don't, and then all of a sudden you're listening to it totally afresh.
Roy Colbert was also a well-respected columnist, writing about music and golf for international audiences. Writer and poet Gayleen remembers Roy as a fellow journalist.
Well, I know that he will definitely be missed. You know, and you know, a lot of people got a lot of fond memories of him. He was like a dad figure to quite a few of us.
As Graham Downs says, Roy Colbert's passing is being felt throughout the world, as many people are sharing memories of him through social media. Yesterday, Dunedin lost one of its most humble and gentle men. I remember being a relatively unconfident 20-year-old and taking a cassette release hidden to him. He was gracious, humble, and always supportive. My thoughts are with the family at this time. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
It's back to school on Monday for thousands of children. Their parents now allowed a small sigh of relief. But in Invercargill these last 2 weeks, holiday boredom has not been a factor. A number of the city businesses provided plenty of ways to keep children entertained. Sharon Rees reports.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The last of the school holiday programs wrapped up in Invercargill today, ending what organisers say was another successful 2 weeks. Parents and children were given a number of options to cure their holiday boredom, with a range of free activities at the Invercargill City Library and a chance for kids to get their hands and faces dirty.
Having these programs for school children is incredibly important for us. We like to be a nice, comfortable and safe space for families to come over the holidays. It's also really important that we're a free space so that we can provide activities for families who might not be able to afford all the other activities that are on, like the pool and things that do cost money.
Children visiting SPCA Southland yesterday were given lessons in animal safety before enjoying hands-on interaction with some furry friends. Over at Aurora College, the Sport Down South holiday program encouraged students to use up some energy with sports such as ripper rugby and boxing, while others tried their hand at some stone painting. Heading the event was world champion weightlifter Sonia Menina, who said the program was organised to motivate young people to be active in sport and exercise. While the holidays are finishing up for the kids, these program coordinators might get a much needed holiday of their own. I'm Sharon Rees for The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a disabled man's specially modified car was stolen from Kaitangara. Fashionable teddy bears attended their annual picnic at Larnock Castle yesterday, and Polytech students get their own kit-set aeroplane.
Summer is back by popular demand. Gillian's and Silverhorn bring you Rub of the Green, lawn bowls from the recent season. Saturday 4 p.m. and Sunday 7 p.m. only on Channel 39.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like...
The zoo? Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
Hi, welcome back to Alex Campbell Menswear. Check out our fantastic knitwear selection. 25% off. Possum, merino possum. Pure wools, wool mixes. Some of them are even New Zealand made. 25% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product, and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grassy, but never fear, Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garrador.
A disabled man's specially modified car was stolen from Kaitangara on Tuesday night. Brodie Cook's white Holden VT Commodore was later found burnt out at the Wangala Domain. However, the story has now taken a positive turn, with Tyree Automotive owner Steve Grant offering to cover the cost of modifying the replacement car. One part of Mr Grant's trade is to modify vehicles to accommodate for disabilities. When Mr Cook learnt of the offer, he said he was stunned. Otago's most fashionable teddy bears attended their annual picnic at Larnock Castle yesterday. More than 100 teddies and their proud young owners took to the catwalk and the sports track for their annual event.
We had 120 people at the event today here at Larnock Castle for the Teddy Bears picnic. We've had sellouts through a lot of the events that we've had through Carnival, and I think it's a testament to Dunedin's fortitude. They don't worry about the weather. They come out and support the event. They know that we've been doing this for 18 years to help raise as much money as we can for our community charitable partners, and I just want to thank them for showing up as they always do in droves.
The day included Pass the Parcel, the Chocolate Wrapper Fashion Parade and the Under 5 Egan Spoon Race. The Bears judged most fashionable had travelled from as far afield as Oamaru and stayed overnight at the castle. A KitSet aeroplane arrived from the United States at Otago Polytech's engineering department this week. Polytech students will have the opportunity to put the plane, a Vans RV-12, together themselves under the supervision of an aircraft engineer.
A KitSet plane costing $70,000 landed at Otago Polytechnic this week. Bachelor of Engineering Technology and New Zealand Diploma in Engineering students are building the plane, which will take 2.5 years to complete.
The plane itself is a kit from Oregon in the United States. The challenges for us were identifying a suitable kit originally, because there's a lot on the market, funding it from the Polytech's capital expenditure budget, which we had approval for, purchasing it, arranging the shipping, arranging the arrival time, and now we have to arrange for students who are very keen at this stage to be involved with the construction.
The plane has a 9-metre wingspan and detachable wings, so it is able to be transported on a trailer. Principal Engineering Lecturer Stuart Allen says the school's investment means the students can practice what they learn in their degree.
Following the instructions, as it comes from America, it's an imperial measurement, so they're going to have to convert from inches and fractions of inches to millimetres and work in inches. There's sheet metal components, there's electrical components, there's control systems.
Marketing and business students, along with a team including construction and quality managers, will assist on the project. The licensed aircraft engineer overseeing the project is an engineering graduate from Otago Polytechnic. The plane will be built according to civil aviation rules and regulations. It will be sold upon completion, with profits going toward the purchase of the next KitSet plane. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. The Queenstown Lakes District Council presented residents with a range of ideas about what could be included in a plan at Pechakucha last night. Butterflies at Otago Museum are being left to die in a $2.5 million upgrade and closure of Discovery World and the Tropical Forest. And in Dunedin, the rainstorm began around 11 a.m, but by mid-afternoon it appeared that the city was coping well. However, the authorities are staying ready. And And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Phil Somerville.
Yes, hi. Mix tomorrow, of course. I went into the middle of the mix and found a real winter theme. Body and Soul by Jan Aiken's piece is always very sensible. It's getting over winter blues. Does seem a long winter. Lots of sensible advice like getting out there and connecting. Fashion section with winter warmers.
Nice.
Food, seasonal meals to warm your table, and so on. The news front, of course, the floods getting bigger, raining heavily as we speak. Worst effects, Timaru already a state of emergency, bad flooding in Oamaru, Queenstown Airport affected, Dunedin Airport, all sorts. So big story there. And we've got a great big diagram of the cycleway down the one ways, because the first sod was turned there for that work's now underway.
Fantastic.
Finally, just mentioned briefly, a boy from Auckland came down with his mother, especially for the Jaffa race, which was cancelled, but they went up to Bulpin Street anyway, had their own Jaffas, had their own race, and the little boy had the best day of his life. So wasn't that nice?
So he was the winner on the day.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you. And here, on to the weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silberhorn Sportsval.
Starting with today's southern view taken of Dunedin's Leith River and flood. Looking at the situation, a deep low pressure system will move away slowly from the South Island, allowing today's heavy rain and gales to ease, allowing fine weather on Sunday and more cold fronts next week. To the southern outlook, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden are all sitting on 8 with southeasterlies dying and becoming fine. To the central outlook, Alexandra, Queenstown, Wanaka and Tiana are also 8 degrees and showers starting to clear. To the northern outlook, Oamaru and Timaru are 9 while Omarama and Twizel sit at 8 with rain clearing and becoming fine. Here in Dunedin tonight, the heavy rain and almost gale force winds will ease overnight with showers clearing tomorrow, and the cold, strong southwesterlies are also decreasing. Tonight's low is 6, tomorrow's high is 8, and temperatures are similar overnight, while Sunday is fine with a chilly evening under clear skies of 1 degree. And in Invercargill tonight, it should be free of rain with a low of 4. Tomorrow sees mostly fine weather, a high of 8, and cold southwesterly slowly dying out. Fine and 11 degrees on Sunday with an overnight low of 2. This makes Invercargill definitely one of the best spots to be during this wild wintry blast. And we leave you tonight with pictures from the week that was.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.